What's going on, YouTube? You guys are doing great today. I thought I'd just jump on to make this video on a Sunday morning, and just before like my neighbor gets out, like I'm just peeping over. Usually they're just like kind of like there, kind of listening and like kind of very curious. This neighbor back here is usually pretty like loud and such. Like I said, my days here are numbered because of this weather. I love this weather. I love the summer days. I'm trying to like enjoy every little bit of as much as I can, sitting outside making YouTube videos outside, because in the future when it snows again, it's gonna be all indoors, it's gonna be in the cold, it's gonna be in the snow, and I'm not down for that. I am not that kind of person. I detest the snow as much as people, I'm sure people out there will love it, but I just can't thrive in that kind of weather. It's gotta be because like the sun goes down. But anyways, new topic today. Hope you guys, I'm just making this video on a Sunday just because like I just want to tell you guys a lot about what's going on in my life, what's going on. One thing that I've picked up a lot recently, because like finance was never in the topic of a discussion for my family. Never really heard like I've heard like bits in here and there how my mom like paid for her house and everything and growing up, but like I'm sure a lot of people like get very minimal information in terms of like finance. I think I took only one finance class in like college, and that was it. Nothing else in high school, nothing else. I personally feel that they need to teach this in the very beginning, your basics. Even the one I took in class was like about credit cards, about like, oh, you get your credit card and you know you need a mortgage if you don't have enough money to get a house, and interest rate and you know principles, and it was very basic. In my opinion, there was nothing else in like terms of like savings and investments and figuring all that such, right? So it was kind of sad to kind of realize that later on in hindsight. So I thought I'd just create something now, at least like share with you guys, whoever's watching this out there, that one thing that I figured out from like reading all these books is that after reading all these books, The Millionaire Mind and The Millionaire Next Door, is that a lot of like wealthy people, millionaires, they're really good at playing offensive and defensive. What I mean by that is that, let's just say for example, you're making a certain amount of income, right, and then you get a promotion. You get 6 figures or whatever, right? Most people tend to go and spend more, right? So they're good at offensive, which is creating income, but terrible at defense by saving money. That's such a wonderful way of thinking it, because like I just figured that out, and I was like so blown at this age, and just kind of understanding, right? So when you're making a certain amount of income, you're gonna make sure your defense is really good. If you're not making a high income, you're making about like $20,000, $25,000 a year, your income's very low. But if you're very good at defense and saving and living a frugal lifestyle, you can save a ton of money, and you can actually be a lot more wealthy and being really good with your numbers, right? But also, there has to be a fine balance between the two, being good at defense and offense, which is crazy, because like if you're making like a good promotion, you're making more money, you should learn and still continue to live that same lifestyle and not upgrade your cars, not upgrade your houses, not upgrade all these different things, which most people tend to do, right? So that's one way as well too to looking at that. So right now, my current lifestyle right now is that I've reduced a lot of my expenses, playing as high defense as much as I can. I've learned this a lot recently, because I used to be just an offensive person figuring out like income, but now I'm at the point where I'm making like a decent, like just a relatively decent amount of income, but I'm looking to increase it, and because I understand my defense, and I'm keeping my expenses low as I can, right? And so figuring that out and keeping your mind thinking that kind of process, right, is really key. It's really important, because like, just say for example, you're working minimum wage, and minimum wage in Canada, so I think it's about $15 an hour now, Canadian, which is like, seems like a lot, but like it's just like living standards and everything has risen as well too. So when you making a certain amount of money, and then you consider you're really good saver, you're really saving a good amount of money, but it reduced a lot of expenses, but like you want to get move on quickly to saving more money, is that you're increasing income. So figure out side hustles, right, to increase that income, to increase that offense. And so I think a lot about this right now. I'm at this point in my life where I'm thinking about like, okay, how can I increase my offense, right? More clients, right? More editing clients, changing careers, right? I'm thinking about getting to real estate right now, because like I just one wonderful thing right now is like I really love sales, I really love people, and I can't wait for like all this like illness thing to go past, because like I definitely want to go into a place where I get to talk to people, really enjoy and helping others, and I believe that real estate is definitely a place for fitting for me. So increasing income, right, and playing defense, right, and really realizing that I spent the past couple of years figuring out my defense, being frugal, reducing expenses, reducing cell phone expenses, anything like that, just figuring it out, play and try to save as much money that's coming into your life, and try to keep that within your life and make sure it works for you as well too. So if you're really high in defense but like really low in offense, it's not a bad thing, but it can get a little bit much, right? So let's just say, for example, my mother, she has a high defense. She's really good. She's good at saving money, but the thing is, like, she doesn't invest it. She doesn't get money. Like, it doesn't work for you. It doesn't bring you any interest, which is kind of tough because like it just needs to work for herself and then create more wealth, right? So whenever people have strong defense but a low offense, it's just kind of tough. So you gotta have a balance between the two, between offense and defense. So figuring out how you can increase income on top of like just saving as much money as much as you can, right? So this is how you build wealth. After reading all this book, it took me a while to understand it, and I'm just trying to relay that as easy as I can for you guys. So yeah, so anyways, like, I hope this video is helpful. And then because like the reason why I believe this is so helpful, because like I never learned any of this in school, and I'm sure a lot of families at home, it's not like money's not like a topic of discussion for, like, you know, at the dinner table for a lot of people. Jeff Bezos, for example, made millions of dollars but when he started Amazon, and he was still driving his Honda Accord. I gotta find a picture of that and show it to you guys. But it was so cool to see that, because like later on, like, that's what millionaires, and that's how the wealthy operates, is that even though they've increased their offense, their defense still stays the same. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what your opinions, share your comments, everything like that, and I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday today. I'll see you guys later. Have yourself a great one. Take care, guys.